much, Danielle, for joining us. How are many operators leaving money on the table when it comes to procurement?
No, that's a great question. I would say it's really easy to get comfortable with the status quo and, to be honest, really get stuck in the if it isn't broken, why do we need to fix it mindset. But in today's economic climate, I mean, that can be expensive. If you take just a single hotel property, they are likely ordering the same, items and products months after months. And if you're not regularly reassessing that, they're leaving money on the table because guest preferences change. As we know, recently the supply chain shifts and there's changes there. So what may have worked last year or at this point, even last month, may not be the best fit today. Another issue we see is procurement transparency or lack thereof. When you have operators that are managing thousands of SKUs without the right technology in place and tools, it's really impossible to know what's being purchased, why, when, and where. And that's where these manual processes really fall short and technology becomes essential for success. Having access to the right kind of e-procurement, reporting portals is really going to be essential. Without access to data, without access to data and reporting tools, operators are essentially flying blind. Our Empower platform and other e-procurement tools like OneSource are really going to give operators that visibility into spend, pricing, and performance so that they can make smarter decisions faster in the future. Fragmented purchasing is another example of where operators are falling short, where each location is essentially doing their own thing. I mean, really, this just means missed opportunities for volume discounts and inconsistent brand experiences. We recently had a national hotel chain save over $200,000 just by centralizing procurement and using and taking advantage of real-time reporting and standardized order guides. If locations are purchasing independently, operators are missing out on serious leverage. Consolidating purchasing across locations, whether that's 3 locations or 30, improves negotiating power and helps drive consistency in both quality and pricing. So really, bottom line, whether it's product mix, product selection, or purchasing structure, if you're not proactively reviewing and managing a procurement strategy, it likely means that you're spending more than needed.
So, with all that in mind, what strategies can business adopt to optimize savings in the long term?
Yeah, and I think again, it comes back to that long-term strategy. It's really important to build a procurement culture and plan that's proactive and not reactive. First, I mean, we hear this all the time, but data is going to be critical. Procurement data needs to be reviewed regularly, not just during a budget season. And again, it's taking advantage of the tools and platforms that are out there and available. I mean, data is so powerful, and even through our member reporting portal, you have the ability to slice and dice data by item, supplier, and location. And that kind of insight helps create better forecasts, helps operators to manage inventory smarter, and essentially prevents overbuying. Again, just leading with data. It's difficult to manage what's not being measured, so building processes to regularly review really is one of the first steps to uncovering some of those hidden inefficiencies. And, it doesn't need to be complex, it just needs to be consistent. We also see that, following the right product by the right supplier strategy can also be really impactful. Not every supplier is going to be great at everything. At Foodbuy, we really guide our partners through the strategy by continuously evaluating what's available in the market, benchmarking pricing, to make sure that our members are making smart sourcing decisions based on quality and cost. So again, it's that whether it's food, linens, or maintenance suppliers, it really is important to look at right supplier for the right category.
So, what else about optimizing savings for the long term?
I think it's also really important to take a top-down approach. When each property is sourcing and purchasing independently, operators lose consistency and leverage. But when we can centralize procurement, you're going to gain negotiating power and brand alignment. We help our members strategize and streamline by developing clear and flexible order guides that allow for local needs while still driving national savings and working to reduce total SKUs across an entire portfolio or property. It's just going to create consistency, reduce need for training, and simplify inventory management. But it's not just about cutting costs, and it's also about building a more efficient, resilient procurement process that's going to scale with your business. So again, what can help with scaling is going to be embracing those technology tools that are going to be available. Can't say that enough. You can't make good decisions without access to good data. It's just going to help reduce errors, and it's going to keep the teams aligned as well.
And with all of that in mind, again, how do you support change management strategies to positively engage operators in adopting new processes, especially when they're already stuck in their routines that they already have?
That is such a great question, because I really think the change management piece of what we do is often the most difficult part. I mean, change is hard. At Foodbuy, we really focus on education and collaboration. We want to make sure that operators know how to use the tools that are available to them to make their jobs easier and not harder. And usually, once they see the time savings and improved results, they quickly become some of our biggest advocates, even if there was, some initial hesitation about learning a new technology system or working with a new partner. And, really, it's our onboarding team that plays a huge role in making these transitions so smooth and successful. We have a whole process and team built to help support members during their onboarding and implementation process onto the Foodbuy program. They're doing everything from personalized training. They offer hands-on support, whether that's through on-site visits, weekly onboarding touch base calls, live in-person training with all of the tools that is developed and planned specifically for each individual member. And then also, it's just about making sure that they have access to the tools that are available. And once we're done with the onboarding piece, they're going to continue their journey at Foodbuy with a dedicated account manager. Again, that's going to be working directly with them, bringing new opportunities and savings in front of them on a regular basis. So it really is an ongoing process.
Any additional insights you want to provide about change management?
Listen, it can be hard, but it's worth it.
Perfect. And how can a sourcing partnership with a GPO reveal cost savings?
All right. Well, that is a big question, right? Partnering with the GPO like Foodbuy is really, it's like adding a full procurement team to your bench without adding headcount. I mean, at Foodbuy today, we manage over 35 billion in spend in North America across our different channels. And that scale really does give our members access to pricing and programs that they wouldn't be able to negotiate on their own. But it's not just about cost savings. I mean, that's what every GPO needs to offer. It's really about expertise, which is the real value. At Foodbuy, we have a team of over 65 dedicated professionals on our culinary team, category managers, distribution specialists, and they're all here to support our members. They're going to have access to a wide range of suppliers as well. Again, we talked about this a little bit earlier in the conversation, but purchasing the right product from the right supplier is key to maximize that value. Partnering with the GPO is also going to help improve quality and service. Again, our size, scale, and leverage are going to allow us to be an additional layer of support for you. We can tag in and help whether there's, any issues with supply chains or even any, special or custom sourcing needs that you may have.
Okay, perfect. Do you have anything else that you want to add?
I'd also say partnering with a GPO is also going to give you access to market information and, networking opportunities. We work with over, 85 non-food suppliers, and our members not only have access to their programs, but we can make introductions directly to them. When you partner with a GPO like Foodbuy, you're not just getting better pricing, you're really gaining a strategic procurement partner focused on your success.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much, Danielle. I appreciate your time, and we're glad that you came here and spoke with us on Straight from the Source.
Oh, thank you. It's so exciting to be here today. Listen, procurement isn't always the most exciting topic, but it is so important and critical. So
Extremely
thank you for
important.
making it an entertaining conversation.
Thank you so much.